Welcome back to Just a Bit Offside. I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
Week 1 recap show. Kicking it off Thursday Night Football. Also, just quick, we have been doing predictions, so we will see who came out further ahead, and we'll do that for the entire season.
Right.
Thursday Night Football, Kansas City, Lions. It was raising the banner for Kansas City Chiefs. Lions coming into town.
Yeah.
But Travis Kelce hurt himself in practice, something with his knee, strained knee, and Chris Jones had not signed his deal before the game.
True.
So he was out,
Yep.
and the Lions came to play.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty close game.
It was close.
There was lots of dropsies.
Yeah.
You know?
Kadarius Toney, by the way,
Yeah.
needs to invest in actual hands.
Yeah, they were saying he did miss a lot of the preseason. He was hurt.
Oh,
so
really?
he didn't get a lot of snaps in and all that kind of stuff.
Still
but
gotta know how to catch a football.
some of those were right in his breadbasket.
There was the one that
Like,
turned into a pick six for Mahomes,
yeah.
which is not Mahomes' fault.
Yeah.
And you see the replay.
Yeah.
He had it in his hands and it bobbled out, turned into a pick six.
Yeah.
So
You can't blame Mahomes.
no,
He ran for multiple first downs. He was playing his ass off.
he actually. So Mahomes had 226 yards passing, 2
Yeah.
TDs, and that bobbled interception, which is not his fault. I do not blame him for
Right.
that. The weird thing is he led the team in rushing.
Yeah, well, there you
Mahomes
go.
shouldn't be leading the team in rushing. Where was Pacheco?
Yeah, he should have been.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
yeah.
he led the team in rushing. I don't think that's a good thing for 45 yards.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs had no help. They had no Chris Jones on defense. They had no Travis Kelce. Kadarius Toney's hands evaporated like he's goddamn Marty McFly in the picture with him and his siblings are disappearing in Back to the Future. He's trying to save his parents' marriage from the enchantment under the sea dance.
Okay, you went really into that, but that's okay.
That's the metaphor.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Awesome. Yeah.
I will say one thing.
Yeah.
Rashee Rice, rookie wide receiver for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
He looked good.
He did.
And he got a touchdown.
Yeah, they were missing Juju. That's
Yeah.
I mean, that obviously off-season trade.
And
But,
Kelsey
and
wasn't
Kelce.
there. That was his
Yeah.
security blanket.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Final score 21-20 Lions. Chiefs start the season defending Super Bowl champs 0-1.
Yeah, but as bad as they played,
It was still close.
they lost by a point.
Yeah, that's
So-
because of Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, let's face it. Let's not get too worried about the Chiefs.
No.
You know,
it's not panic mode.
Literally
Yeah.
1 point loss, and they played like dog shit.
And
so
Travis Kelce's injury doesn't sound severe. He was on the sideline. They just wanted to take it easy.
Yeah.
And Chris Jones signed his contract. They did not give him an extension deal.
yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
It's a 1-year deal. And also, I read this morning that that 1-year deal does not exclude him from being franchise tagged next year.
Interesting.
So that's interesting.
yeah.
And it's loaded with incentives. But either way, Chris Jones will be playing week 2.
Right, and Kelsey will probably be back. They're going to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It's an important game. They can't go 0-2.
You can't
And Jacksonville's
go
good.
0-2.
So yeah, there you go.
And Lions look
Yeah.
good. A lot of people actually were picking the Lions.
Yeah,
So-
Lions looked okay. Yeah.
Now, in our predictions,
Yeah.
I believe we both took the Chiefs.
We did, and we both took a nothing burger on that one.
That's a 0.
Yeah.
All right, next is Sunday football. Falcons-Panthers, 24-10. Panthers rookie QB Bryce Young, 146 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Did not look great.
What are you gonna do?
But I actually think the Panthers are going to be decent.
Yeah, it should be all right.
Falcons look good. Bijan Robinson, man.
Yeah.
Rookie running back.
Yeah. What do you get for your?
Phenom. He had a 56 rushing yards, 27 receiving yards, and got the first TD of the game.
That's all right.
So on
right.
a reception TD.
Nice.
Bijan looking good.
Yeah.
So anyway, Falcons win 24-10.
Yeah. You took it.
I
last.
picked the Falcons,
You picked the
didn't I?
Falcons.
Yeah.
Falcons are going to win that division.
I think the Panthers made a lot of great off-season moves.
Yeah.
Acquired Miles Sanders, who had a decent game.
Yeah.
A bunch of great players drafted first overall, moved up to get that spot.
Yeah.
The Panthers are going to be better than last year, but I had to take the Falcons on this one.
Yeah, it was a good call.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I got that one.
Yeah.
Jags Colts 31-21 Jags. Almost all the high drafted QB rookies are all starting.
Yeah.
So Anthony Richardson actually didn't look too bad. The Jags are just a better team.
He was running a lot.
Yeah.
And he's got to learn how to slide.
He actually led the team in rushing with 40 yards.
Yeah.
I did notice that. Yeah. He's got to learn how to slide.
He's not sliding.
He's just getting tackled.
He's just getting tackled.
Yeah.
Like you're just getting like bang, bang, bang. Like, no, you got to slide, man. You got to slide.
He didn't do too bad. 223 yards passing, 1 TD, 1 interception.
Yeah.
And led the team in rushing. No Taylor.
Yeah.
So I get it, but
Yeah, it's not bad.
he had a good debut, but the Jags are just a way better team.
Yeah.
So Trevor.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. We both took the Jags. It was, So
I think that was a no-brainer with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Colts, I think, will be better than last season.
Indy will be good next year. They still got to figure out this whole thing with
Jonathan Taylor. Yeah.
That's got to get solved. You got to solve it. You got to solve it quick. So,
Trevor Lawrence, 241 yards passing, 2 TDs, 1 interception, but it was good enough. Jags win. They face the Chiefs in week 2.
Cool.
Bucks Vikings. I want you to look at this face. You know what this is? My shocked face.
Vikings are off to a great start.
How the does Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win this game?
Baker's the man.
I don't get it. It was 2017 Bucks upset the Vikings in week 1.
In Minnesota.
In Minnesota?
Yeah, in Minnesota. I don't even know how that happened. But
Baker Mayfield, 173 yards, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions.
That's not bad.
Mike Evans, who did not get his contract extension.
Yeah, I'm surprised he even played. Yeah.
Played 66 yards and a TD. Not too bad. Kirk Cousins, 344 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception.
In the loss.
And Justin Jefferson, 150 yards receiving, but 0 TDs. And the Vikings couldn't pull it off. They lose to the Bucks in week 1. I don't understand it.
The division's wide open for the Packers.
I don't get exactly. Yeah. And the Lions, I totally agree.
Yeah.
All right, so that was that game. Saints next.
By the way,
sorry. What did we pick?
We both took Minnesota.
So we both got a 0.
Yeah,
Perfect.
another nothing burger on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Saints, Titans.
Right.
16-15. Tight game.
Tight game. Yeah.
I don't have any faith in Ryan Tannehill. I believe I took the Saints in this one.
Did.
We both took the Saints.
We both did, yeah.
Derek Carr, 305 yards passing, 1 TD, 1 interception.
Tight.
Derrick Henry only had 63 yards rushing. No TDs.
Really?
Just the Titans were flat. They didn't
I saw one run on a replay. It was a pretty good run. Henry had a pretty good run. Maybe it was 20, 25 yards maybe, but
that's not enough.
Not enough.
Is this a Ryan Tannehill issue?
Yeah, maybe.
Right?
I don't know. I wanted to see Hopkins come out of the gate and, get a nice 150, 160 yards, but whatever. Maybe
he did not.
He's warming up.
Saints win, and we both took the Saints.
Yeah.
Okay. Browns Bengals. Got to talk about this game because divisional. Joe Burrow just signed the biggest contract in NFL history, $55 million a year for 5 years, $219 million guaranteed. Goes out week 1, gets his ass handed to him by the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
It was ugly.
Yeah.
It was the final score was 24-3. Joe Burrow had 82 yards passing. That's it. Not in the first half.
Yeah.
That's it.
That doesn't even make any sense.
0 interceptions, which shocked me. 0 TDs, but only 82 yards passing.
With the weapons that they have, that's insane.
Yeah, they got arguably, I wouldn't say number 1 because of Justin Jefferson, but number 2 best wide receiver in the entire league with Chase.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, even though they won 24-3, had not a great game.
Right.
154 yards passing, 1 TD, 1 interception.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's not the old.
He's not the
old Deshaun Watson.
No. Nick Chubb did run for 106 yards. So they kind of did it on the ground. But the most important thing, it's not how they got there, but the Browns, huge, 24-3.
And now the Bengals have the Ravens this week.
Yeah, so that's also tough and divisional.
Yeah. Like, seriously. Yeah.
Can't go 0-2.
No, can't go 0-2.
Especially divisional because that's going to screw you come playoff time.
Exactly. So you picked Cleveland.
I did.
Yeah. So
I just had a feeling.
There you go.
You know why I picked Cleveland? Last year, game 1.
Yeah.
the Burrow and the Bengals just the bed against the Steelers.
Yeah.
And I just remember, I'm like, they're the kind of team that starts slow and kills it later.
Well,
so I still think the Bengals are going to be good.
Yeah.
But I kind of had a feeling they were going to lose.
You got a tough game this week. So, yeah.
All right. Next up, the 49ers on the road and demolished the Steelers, which everyone was like so high on the Steelers because of preseason and thinking that they could take out the 49ers, and it wasn't even close. It was 30-7. Kenny Pickett, 232, 1 TD, 2 interceptions, even though a lot of people are high on him. Brock Purdy played like a champ.
Yeah, of course.
220 yards receiving, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions. But I think it was McCaffrey and Brandon Ayuk that killed it. McCaffrey, 152 yards rushing and a TD, and Ayuk had 2 TDs, 129 yards receiving. So it wasn't even close.
49ers are for real.
And I'm saying this as an Eagles fan. Best team in the NFC. Right now.
Well, right now, And they were saying, I don't know what I was watching, but they were talking about Bosa when he signed his deal. Everybody was so excited. Like the whole team was
Let's do this.
There was no jealousy like at all. Like they just gave him, $500 million or whatever. But it's just like the whole team was jazzed, right? So it was like they're just like, let's go out there and kick some ass, and they did. And I picked the Steelers. Because everyone's telling me the Steelers are going to be awesome, and I'm like, let's do it. And then
I picked the 49ers.
Yeah, you picked 49ers. So, anyways,
I sure did.
Anyways, whatever.
But that was honestly, everyone in the NFC better watch out because the 49ers are for real. Brock Purdy, apparently his arm fine after what happened in the NFC
he had Tommy
Championship.
John surgery pretty much, and he's fine. Like,
He's young.
Yeah.
But he's not Mr. Irrelevant, I'll tell you that, because they traded Trey Lance to the backup at the Cowboys.
Well, let's not sleep on Dallas, but we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
Talk about that later. All right.
This one we're not even going to bother with any kind of highlights because I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to go 0-17. That's my prediction. Commanders 20-16 over the Cardinals.
Closer than I thought it was going to be.
It's closer than I thought. But I still think they'll go 0-17.
They must have scored that 16 by accident.
I think it was an accident.
It's like, what are you guys doing running up the score? Like,
come on, we gotta
get that number 1 draft pick.
So we're not even gonna. That's it. Commanders win. And
we both took Commanders.
We both took the Commanders.
Yeah.
All right, Ravens Texans. I don't think anyone expected the Texans to win this game.
No.
Rookie QB CJ Stroud, not too bad. 242 yards, 0 TDs, 0 interceptions. Lamar didn't have a stellar game.
No.
But they destroyed them rushing. It was 25-9. Ravens over Texans. Lamar Jackson, 169 yards with 0 passing TDs and 1 interception. But he led the team with rushing yards. And you heard about J.K. Dobbins?
Yeah, that's awful.
So he's out for the entire season. Achilles injury.
brutal.
So Gus the Bus and Hill. Yeah, a kid named Hill. Hopefully he scored a TD. Hopefully they can do it. But I think the Ravens are good regardless.
Yeah, I think so too. Be interesting this week against the Bengals. So yeah.
Who picked who?
We both took the Ravens.
Yeah,
no one's taking Houston.
That was a silly question.
No, unless Houston's playing Arizona.
Now here's where I give you some props, my friend. The goddamn Packers.
Jordan Love looked good.
He looked good. Everyone was speculating, okay, you rode the pine. They drafted you to replace Aaron Rodgers. You get your first starting season. Let's go.
Yeah.
On the road divisional game, and you beat the Bears.
Yeah. He looked good.
He owned the Bears. Just like Aaron did.
Yeah. I had no doubts.
A little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah. Jordan Love, 245 yards passing, 3 TDs, 0 interceptions, 2 TDs to Romeo Doubs. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Christian Watson didn't even play.
No, he was out, with an injury. Aaron Jones, this is worth noting, he did leave the game with a hamstring injury.
Yeah.
I'm a little concernicus about that because I have him on our fantasy team.
Yeah, it was right after he scored that TD.
Yeah.
He literally
just ran through the tunnel.
Yeah, you could see he was grabbing his hammy. So I was like,
but before that, 86 yards receiving in a TD and 41 yards rushing with a TD. 2 TDs.
Yeah.
I hope he's back because the Packers need him.
I got to check on that. Yeah.
Justin Fields, 216 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception, and he does what he does best, and he led the team in rushing. It didn't really help. He had 59 yards rushing.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close, 38-20. And I took the Bears.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
You took the Packers.
Yep.
Raiders, Broncos. Don't want to dive too deep in this other than that I don't care with Sean Payton involved. I don't believe in the Broncos and Russell Wilson. Raiders win by 1, even though in this game, because you had taken the Raiders, I was like, all right, I'll take the Broncos at home. But in my ball sack, I knew the Raiders were going to win this.
The Broncos have a Russell Wilson problem.
Yeah.
I just think he's just, I don't know. And he's $48 million next year.
He should have stayed with the Seahawks.
Like, I don't know what's going on. I think Sean Payton's going to get pretty sick of this pretty quick. And I mean, low scoring game.
He only had 177 yards passing. He did have 2 TDs, but at the same time, Raiders, Jimmy G didn't have a great game either.
Yeah.
200 yards passing, 2 TDs, and he threw an interception.
Right.
Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams, lackluster games, and the Raiders still won.
Yeah, exactly.
So where did the Broncos go wrong? Like Josh Jacobs, 48 yards, no TDs.
Yeah.
And Devontae Adams, who's a beast, 66 yards receiving, no TDs.
Yeah. No,
so
Denver,
how did the Raiders win this game?
Denver was at home. They should have had this game.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
There's issues in Denver.
I think I took the Broncos at home. You took the Raiders.
I took the Raiders.
Although I honestly knew you were going to win that.
Well,
I have no faith in the Broncos.
It was a coin flip.
All right. So Raiders win that one 17-16 in a close one. Next up, my Eagles.
Yep.
Patriots. Eagles on the road. And it was close. It was close.
It was way too close.
Way too close.
Final
score.
I thought you were.
I thought it was a draw.
I thought you were.
Fourth quarter when they had to punt and Mac Jones and company were coming down the field, and I'm like, there's no time left. If they scored, they couldn't kick a field goal because the final score is 25-20.
No, they needed a touchdown.
And the Eagles D came up strong, but that was close. That was too close. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's a win. I'll take it.
Yeah.
But way too close.
You're not too worried about the Eagles. But after the way the 49ers played and the Cowboys played, Eagles got to step it up.
But Hurts did not have a great game.
Yeah.
170 yards, 1 TD, 0 interception, rushed for 37 yards.
Yeah.
Mac Jones had a good game.
Yeah.
316 yards passing, 3 TDs. He did have an interception, but that was against the Eagles D.
Yeah.
It was just a little too tight for me.
It was pretty close.
I didn't like it, but we both picked the Eagles. Or did you take the Patriots?
I took the Patriots.
Hey, I'll take that
Just
win.
to mess with you. Good news is, for Eagles fans, you got the Vikings this week.
Yeah.
So, and who knows what Vikings team is going to show up.
Is it in Minnesota or is it at home?
It's in Philly.
It's in Philly? Good.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I like it.
Why? Minnesota's not that great at home anyways. They just lost to the Bucs at home.
I like my chances.
All right.
All right. This one was a shootout. I mean, like, TD's getting traded off back and forth. Tua had the best game. I'm talking about the Dolphins versus the Chargers.
Right.
Dolphins on the road win 36-34 in just an absolute gunslinging shootout.
Yeah.
Tua had the best stats of any QB for week 1.
Right.
466 yards, 3 TDs. He did throw 1 pick, but crazy. Tyreek Hill was a monster.
Tua's back, man, as long as he doesn't get hit.
That's the biggest question. Yeah. If he gets concussed once, I don't think the league will even allow him to play more.
Yeah.
But he looked incredible. Shout out to Palmerino, huge Dolphins fan. You called it.
Yeah.
Dolphins won a huge game because the Chargers are no slouch.
Yep.
Herbert threw for 228, 1 TD, 0 interceptions.
Yeah.
Eckler had the first TD of the game.
Yeah.
But Tyreek Hill, 215 yards receiving and 2 TDs. It was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Dolphins win a big game.
Yeah, there you go.
Starting off the season. Rams, Seahawks. I don't want to dive too deep in this. I'm just shocked that the Seahawks actually lost this game at home. I'm super high on Geno Smith. He did not have a good game. And Stafford looked amazing after being injured last year.
I know. We both took Seattle. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, but hey, good for.
Oh, what did we
McVay?
take in the Dolphins Chargers game?
Oh, sorry. I took Miami.
So you got that point.
Yeah, you took the Chargers. Yeah.
Rams 30, Seahawks 13. Stafford 334 yards, 0 TDs, 0 interceptions. It was the Rams rushing. They rushed for 3 TDs. But he threw for a lot. Geno Smith, horrible game. 112, like barely better than Burrow.
Yeah.
112 yards, 1 TDs to DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
0 interceptions. No Cooper Kupp for the Rams. So you know who came up big? 119 yards receiving each.
Yeah.
These are the most fun names. These are going to be my 2 favorite names in the NFL besides last year when we found out about Dicker the kicker.
Dicker the kicker.
These are my 2 favorite
I love
names.
that guy.
2 wide receivers on the Rams.
Yeah.
Puka Nakua and Tutu Atwell.
All right.
Puka and Tutu sounds like a Hawaiian cop show.
Yeah. I remember Tutu from last year.
Tutu Atwell?
Yeah.
So they both
Was he on the Rams last year? I don't know. Yeah, I remember him last year. Yeah.
They both got 119 yards receiving each.
Yeah.
So Puka Nakua
Yeah.
and Tutu killed it.
Puka and Tutu.
Puka and Tutu.
Nice.
Rams win. We both took the Seahawks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There you go. But Matthew Stafford, at his age, coming back after injury.
That's good.
Good start to the season. Sunday Night Football. I'm, as an Eagles fan, I'm not a huge fan of either of these teams. It's divisional. It's Cowboys and Giants. I did not, for one hot second, think that this game would end 40-0. 40-0.
There's only been like 7 shutouts. Sorry, not 3, but 7 shutouts in the history of the league. Like,
oh, that's it. Only
it.
7.
7.
Wow.
Yeah.
40-0.
Yeah.
Just horrible. Dak Prescott, by the way, did not throw an interception, but he also didn't pass for a touchdown. He only had 143 yards passing.
Right.
All the Cowboys were rushing and defensive TDs. Tony Pollard taking over with Ezekiel Elliott gone. He played amazing, 70 yards, 2 TDs. Daniel Jones, worst game of his career, has to be.
Danny Dimes.
104 yards passing, 0 TDs, 2 interceptions, and 7 sacks. More sacks than Santa Claus, baby. 7.
Yeah. Prescott had a shitty game.
Yeah.
I'm still not sold on Prescott, but their defense is for real.
The defense is crazy.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons is.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, the whole defense. The defense, they actually started
Diggs.
the game with a defensive touchdown.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So Cowboys are legit.
Yeah.
Especially with a tough D.
Yeah.
I still don't believe in Dak Prescott, but he didn't throw an interception.
Well.
40-0.
Yeah.
Just gross. I think I took the Giants at home because I hate Dak Prescott.
You did.
So I lost that point.
Yeah.
You
I
picked
won,
the Cowboys.
but I still don't have faith in them, but I won. So I'll take it.
All right, this brings us to Monday Night Football and probably the biggest news in the NFL. Crazy that 4 snaps into his career as a New York Jet, Aaron Rodgers gets tackled. It looks like harmless, but gets up grabbing his ankle. You can actually see it. They slow-moed it. He ruptured his Achilles, and you could see it traveling up his calf.
Oh, horrible.
Horrible scene. Carded, a boot on. They gave fans a little bit of hope, saying X-rays were negative, but that was for like his ankle being broken or something, or a sprain. It was his. It's been confirmed now.
Yeah,
it's his Achilles. He's done for the year, and I think you are correct. He might be done forever.
I have a hard time seeing him want to come back.
At his age.
He turns 40 in December. Yeah. He's still a phenomenal quarterback, but the rehab is going to be hard to get back into game shape. Yeah. Do you really want to do that age 41 next year?
Yeah.
It's brutal.
He's won a Super Bowl. He's won 4 NFL MVPs.
Yeah.
He's a legend. He's had sex with Danica Kirkpatrick, the race car driver.
Yeah.
Olivia Munn. He's done it all.
That's all you care
That's
about.
all I
it.
care about.
Super Bowl MVP.
Hot brunettes.
Olivia Munn.
Yeah. He's done everything.
Yeah.
Okay? Like he's accomplished a lot. He's a bajillionaire.
Yeah.
Do you want to come back after rupturing your Achilles at 40 years old?
That's what I mean. It's going to be hard.
That's going to be really tough.
And again, why? Right?
But
like
all the hype, man.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
All the hype for Jets fans. Psych, they sold out that home opener.
Yeah.
He's running out with the American flag. It's September 11th.
Yeah.
They're just hyped.
Yeah.
Hyped. Hard Knocks.
Yeah. I know.
Aaron Rodgers, for the first time in years, played in the preseason games.
Yeah.
He was all in.
He looked good
on this move.
Aaron, he was in good shape.
Yeah.
Did you see him on the cart when he was getting off the cart and stuff? He's in good shape.
He's in good shape.
He's got himself in good game shape and everything. It's just a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Bakhtiari was tweeting out about the field.
Yeah.
Because the Jets field is one of the worst fields in the NFL.
Because they do turf.
It's crazy
Artificial
turf, and you could see it through the game with like Josh Allen got hit a few times and it had a lot of black rubber on all over us. That's from the turf.
Yeah.
So the turf supposedly is really hard. It has no give. That was part of the reason that his ankle just couldn't give the way it should. It would have been on. They say, and now that's just speculating. But regardless, it was horrible to see. I mean, I'm still a Packers fan, but obviously I wanted to see Rodgers do well. I think everybody wanted to see Rodgers do well.
This was so huge for Jets fans.
Yeah.
This was like, this was it.
This was it.
This was like your chance to, and it's the longest streak of not appearing in a playoff by any team in any major sport. I heard that. I think it's 12 years or something like that.
It's crazy.
So Jets fans, I still think, and we should say they won the game.
Yeah, we should get into the
so let's get into the game.
Because I can't believe they won the game.
The Aaron Rodgers thing is huge news, so we had to start it.
Yeah.
But Zach Wilson came in, who I'm not a fan of.
Really?
140 yards. It's also his attitude and his stupid face and his headband. Everything. I hate everything about Zach Wilson.
Gotcha.
When he tweeted out at Tom Brady's wife, when the divorce got announced, I just don't like Zach Wilson.
He's a player.
He got out there, 140 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception.
That one interception was so bad.
Really bad.
I turned the game off after that.
That was
I'll admit
early,
that.
yeah.
That was early in the second. When we did that, I was like, done. See you.
So Garrett Wilson, who's star wide receiver, only had 34 yards, but that one touchdown.
That one touchdown was insane.
He tapped it to himself. He had a guy all over him.
They got weapons.
Came up with that catch. Well, Breece Hall. Who said, he's not going to play many snaps.
Well, that's what they said.
Go more with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
And Breece Hall ran off an 83-yard run at the beginning of the game.
Breece Hall is amazing.
Ended up with 127 yards rushing.
Yeah.
And
the Jets D
is crazy. So
offensive line, not so good.
That's a problem. But let's get to the Bills because Josh Allen threw 3 interceptions and all 3 to one.
I know.
Jets safety. His name is Jordan Whitehead. He threw all 3 interceptions to the same dude.
Yeah.
Josh Allen only had 236 yards, 1 TD, 3 interceptions, all to the same guy, and 5 sacks.
He's
loosey goosey with the ball.
The worst part for the Bills.
Yeah.
They can't seem like he just goes off.
Yeah.
He's just a little. He's a wild card.
He's a bit of a wild card.
He's a wild card.
Yeah.
He just. I don't know.
Anyway, this is a huge win for the Jets considering what happened to Aaron Rodgers. It was at home, 22-16 divisional game.
In overtime, by the way.
Yes. It was 16-16. Went to OT. Bills 3 and out punt.
Yeah.
And instead of the punt was coming back and giving Zach Wilson, the Jets, a chance.
Yeah.
And there were the Bills to stop them.
Yeah.
The guy returns the punt for the TD. Game over. Yeah. 22-16. So, hey, props to the Jets. It sucks to the Jets fans that Aaron Rodgers is out.
Yeah. Now they get the Cowboys.
The other thing is there's no third stringer.
That's crazy.
So they got to sign somebody off of a practice squad.
Yeah.
Or do they here's the other thing. Do they try and get a QB that's not playing right now to come in and do what Aaron Rodgers is doing and put Zach Wilson back on the bench? Like Matt Ryan.
Maybe.
Or Carson Wentz or what's his face from the Panthers and the
Cam Newton?
Cam Newton.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You don't know what they're going to do, but they don't have a third string quarterback. They actually said, because Zach Wilson took a huge hit to the helmet.
Yeah.
And if he gotten out or into concussion protocol
Yeah.
on that play, even the announcer said, who's gonna? They don't have another QB on the roster,
Right?
Because you had Aaron Rodgers. Why would you have a third string QB?
Yeah.
So they said, oh well, Randall Cobb played a little quarterback in college, and I'm like, so that? Randall Cobb's gonna play quarterback?
Cobb be like, what the hell's going on here?
He's gonna rupture his Achilles.
Cobb's got to be pissed off already. I only came here because Rodgers was here.
Yeah, all the Lazard.
Yeah,
all the Packers players that came to the Jets are now stuck on the Jets without Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. No, it's not a bad deal, but you need a quarterback. Yeah, so, anyways, whatever.
It'll be really interesting to see what the Jets do going forward. But they started off the season 1-0 against a tough divisional opponent.
You got to win. Win's a win.
So
in a loss, really, but it's still a win.
Who picked who in that game?
I took Buffalo. You took the Jets.
I took the Jets.
Yeah.
Not thinking Zach Wilson was going to be the quarterback.
I thought Buffalo was still going to win, even with Rodgers, but again, not with Josh Allen playing that way.
Yeah,
but whatever.
So in our season-long predictions, what is the current total after week 1?
You're up 9-8.
9-8. I got one on you.
Yeah.
All right. So make sure you guys tune in this week for our week 2 prediction show.
Yep.
We'll break down all the matchups and do our predictions again. We're looking forward to that. Make sure that you follow Just a Bit Offside on all social for more bonus content. Until next time, I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
We'll see you again soon.
Peace.